Finally, I did one good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is once again Andy W with today's GOAT top deck. So Andy, fire away. But before we do that, Jalon,
Go.
you want me to open your pack or do you want Andy to open your
I'll
pack?
do it. Okay, here we go. Just for the sake of extra pack opening on camera.
Ooh.
Hair Loreno, Ghost Ogre, Pax, Magnifica, CR Anti-Spell, Guardian Chimera, Secret Solemn Judgment, Platinum Dugaris,
And the best relic.
this one.
Wait, I got another this one.
Yeah, you did.
I want it.
Anyways, the deck profile, now that that little pack opening's done. It's Chaos Turbo, like the most box standard list you'll expect from this type of event. The 3 Chaos monsters, you could arguably play 3 Sorcerer, but it bricks too much, and today I even had a match where I did lose a game because I had all 3 stuck in my hand, unable to do anything because I couldn't find a dart. But yeah, you play the 3 because that's just the ratio that works. 3 Thunder, doesn't really need explanation. Dig through the deck. 3 Spy, the only flip I really bothered to play more than 2 of, because partially for Nobleman Across Out reasons, but also partially like Spy getting more of itself out of the deck means just more immediate pressure, because it does have like the best stat line of the bunch. Night Assailant adding back flips obviously is like the big thing the deck does. Dekoichi is good, but awkward at times. Like, it's a good stat line, but Dekoichi just doesn't clear much of anything with 1400. And Faith is still Faith. Arguably you could play 3, but it always gets knocked, so it's up to you if you want to deck out sooner. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just this list doesn't main deck Metamorphosis or anything to really turn the level 1 into an advantage in its own right. Tribe, just general board breaker, priority stuff, just good. This is probably the one not super conventional pick for Chaos Turbo, being Warrior Lady, because I just wanted Sangan to have a big 1500 body. Removing basically whatever, pitching it for Raigeki breaks and stuff is still fine, because it's still a light and grave if you can't find Thunder. It's just fine. Soup, search it if you need it, otherwise everyone knows what Soup does by now. Set those flips, get them reset, make knock live, all that stuff. Serpent, Sangan, and Breaker rounds out the monsters. For the spells, 2 knock, 2 upstart, just your general staple stuff. Upstart just helping Turbo do Turbo things. Charity, Pot of Greed, Duo, Heavy, MST, Snatch Steal. Like, all of these spells I think are the most cut and dry. I think some people are main decking Card Destruction, but in events where you expect a lot of mirror matches, Card Destruction is just terrible, so I only side it in and I'm not playing mirrors. 2 Jar, you could arguably play 3, but the amount of other things that I have to worry about in the side deck made side deck space more relevant to just play only the 2 for now. Raigeki Break, I do side the 3rd. It's just a good utility card, but it's always like, it's always okay. But if you play a lot of mirrors, it becomes a lot worse. It's good against basically everything that isn't the mirror, basically. 2 Dust Shoot, because I'm a coward and don't want to play 3. I side deck the 3rd for going first, basically, is my easiest reason for it, and you'll see side patterns will be a lot easier once you see that.
There were a lot of effects that automatically
Ring, Mirror Force, and Torrential, because Torrential was very much like the 40th card of the list. I just wanted another high utility, high impact trap, and you could either play the 3rd break, or you can play this, and this gets more than 1 for 2s. So, generally speaking, Torrential is just a much safer Game 1 card for the impact on the game. Side deck, Zambira was the only monster I bothered siding because it's the only thing that you can reasonably side in this deck that clears Gravekeeper Spies on its own, while also still having crossover into the aggro matchups like Earth Aggro, Warrior, that kind of stuff. The Scapegoats and Metamorphosis package, because if we're playing against a lot of the decks where you would want something like Threatening Roar against the big Dimension Fusion Turbo decks, having something that you can just chain and not die does end up mattering. Mystic Walks, because we respect burn and we respect time limit. And today somebody decided to spend half an hour on game 2 for some reason, so walk for game. It wasn't meant to be a win condition, but it ended up being one. Hard Destruction because, I mean,
Is Dragon
if
Link
you're not
bad
playing
enough
mirror
for
matches, this card's absolutely disgusting, but I'm a coward and don't want to main deck it.
What do you mean?
The third Regeki break for anything that's not a mirror match, the third Dust Shoot for going first, and then 3 Sakuretsu for aggro. That's about it.
Seals.
Andy didn't bother with the side deck or the extra deck
I'm not
because,
bothering with the extra deck. People know what the GOAT extra deck is at this point.
and we covered it in his last deck profile.
True.
So,
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
and I'll see you guys next week. See ya.